I woke up because someone was knocking from inside my room. Not on the door. Not on the window. From under my bed. I sat up fast and held my breath. The room was dark and cold. The knocking stopped. For a few seconds I heard only my own heart. Then something small fell from my blanket onto the floor. I reached down slowly and picked it up. It was an old key with a metal tag. The number on it was 406. My hands started to shake. I had never seen this key before. I lived alone. My door was locked. No one could have put it there. Then I saw a small note on my pillow. It was folded once. I opened it and read the words, "Don't forget again." I felt a sharp pain in my head, like a memory was trying to return. Again? I did not understand. I checked every corner of my room, but no one was there. Still, I felt watched. I tried to call someone, but my phone was dead. I tried to turn on the lamp, but the light did not work. The only thing that felt real was the key in my hand. I wanted to throw it away, but my fingers would not open. A strange thought came into my mind. Find the room. I put on my coat and left the apartment. The hallway outside was empty. The building lights were weak and yellow. I walked down the stairs, and every step sounded too loud. Outside, the street was silent. No cars, no people, no wind. It felt like the whole city had stopped. I did not know where I was going, but my feet seemed to know. After many dark streets, I saw an old hotel at the corner. I had passed this street many times before, but I had never seen that building. The sign above the door said hotel, but some letters were cracked. The front door was open just a little. I wanted to run home, but the key became colder in my hand. I stepped inside. The lobby smelled like dust and old rain. Behind the desk stood a tall man in a black hotel uniform. His face was pale, and his eyes were calm. He looked at me like he had been waiting all night. "You are late," he said. My mouth went dry. "I think I came to the wrong place," I said. He looked at the key. "No, you always come back." I stepped away. "I have never been here." The man smiled, but his eyes did not change. "That is what you say every time." I wanted to leave, but when I turned around, the hotel door was closed. There was no handle on the inside. The man lifted one hand and pointed to the stairs. "Room 406 is waiting." I did not want to obey him, but my legs moved forward. I went up the stairs. The wood made soft sounds under my feet. On the 4th floor, the corridor was long and dark. Doors stood on both sides, all the same, all silent. The lights above me flickered one by one. At the end of the corridor, I saw room 406. The door was slightly open. A thin line of darkness came from inside. I stood there and listened. Nothing moved. I pushed the door. It opened without sound. The room was almost empty. There was a small table, one chair, and a tall mirror near the wall. The mirror was old, with a black frame and cracked glass. The door closed behind me. I turned and pulled the handle, but it was locked. Then I heard breathing. Not behind me. In front of me. From the mirror, I looked at my reflection. It was me, but it was standing too still. I raised my hand. My reflection did not move. I stepped back. The reflection smiled. I did not. My chest became tight. "Who are you?" I whispered. The reflection lifted one finger to its lips, like it wanted silence. Then it pointed behind me. I turned fast, but the room was empty. When I looked back, the reflection was closer to the glass. Its eyes were darker than mine. A voice entered my head. "You forgot again." I covered my ears, but the voice stayed inside me. I saw flashes in my mind. The same hotel, the same corridor, the same room. Me standing before the same mirror. Me screaming. Me begging to leave. Then another memory came. I had found the key before. I had read the note before. I had entered room 406 before. No, I said. That is not true. The reflection placed its hand on the glass. The glass moved like water. I tried to run, but my feet would not move. A pale hand came through the mirror. It looked like my hand, but colder, thinner, wrong. It grabbed my wrist. I screamed, but no sound came out. The mirror pulled me closer. I fought hard, but the room seemed to turn around me. The walls bent. The floor disappeared. The mirror became a dark hole. I felt myself falling forward into cold air. Then everything went black. When I opened my eyes, I was standing in room 406, but the room looked gray and dead. There was no real light, no real sound. I ran to the mirror and hit it with both hands. On the other side, I saw my room, my real room, and I saw myself standing there. But it was not me. It was the reflection. She was wearing my face, my clothes, my coat. She looked alive. She looked free. She picked up the key from the floor and smiled at me through the glass. Then she turned and walked out of the room. I hit the mirror again and again, but no one heard me. Behind me, the table made a small sound. I turned. A new key was lying there. It had a metal tag. The number was 407. Beside it was a folded note. I did not want to touch it, but I already knew what it said. Don't forget again. I understood then. Room 406 was not the first room. It was not the last. It was part of a cycle. Someone is always trapped. Someone always leaves. Someone always forgets. Now I stand behind the mirror and wait. Sometimes I see people enter the hotel. Sometimes I see the strange man at the desk smile. And when a new woman finds the next key, I try to warn her. I knock from the other side. But they never understand. They only hear a sound in the dark.